here on the show floor at Space-Comm Expo 2023. I'm joined by John Whalley, the Chief Executive of Aerospace Wales Forum. John, thank you for joining us. You're here at this year's event with a gaggle of companies and really trying to represent the interests of Welsh companies doing space. My opening question to you, though, is why is Wales a great place to be doing space?
Well, it's been a great space to do aerospace for a very long time, and so we're building on that aerospace tradition so we can transfer some of those skills into the new industry. We also have a country which has its own unique characteristics in terms of topography, and so space applications lend themselves on the downstream side to be exploited in Wales. So that's a really great growth area. Some of it, though, has happened by pure serendipity. So we have what I call our three stellar startups, SpaceForge, B2 Space, and Small Spark Space Systems. They have just grown up from nothing. Typically, each company has been founded by two people, and they've now grown. SpaceForge, who are one of the companies on the stand behind me, now have over 50 people, 18 nationalities, and will put the first Welsh satellite into space towards the end of this year. I think the thing that really helps Wales, though, is we are a friendly nation. So two of those companies have come over the English Channel from Bristol and found that costs were lower, and also that there was a friendly reception. It was much easier to get things done than it sometimes is in the much more complex English landscape.
What do you see as the economic opportunity here, though?
So I mentioned aerospace. Aerospace is worth probably £5 or £6 billion a year to the Welsh economy. Space is very small at the moment, but we're looking at the aspirations of the UK to grow to something like 40 billion by 2030. If we could have a 5% share of that, which represents our UK share of national population, we'd be up to £2 billion. So that would be a really big surge in economic benefit to the Welsh economy.
Looking at the UK as a whole, what's unique about what Wales has to offer, and how do you see that complementing the UK space offer globally?
Well, let's start with the UK first, because that sets the context. We don't see ourselves as Fortress Wales. We're very much an integral part of the UK. And the UK has set its stall out to be the centre for launch and development of small satellites. You look at Glasgow, for example, they've now got 3 satellite companies up there. We've got 1 in Wales. We hope to build more. Our unique contribution, I think, is down to resources. We've got the engineering resources to help develop that industry. I think the next few years are going to be absolutely critical. One of the things that SpaceForge are doing, for example, is in-space manufacturing. So they're going to actually make semiconductors in space. But these semiconductors in a microgravity environment, vacuum, if you think in terms of the size of an electronic box today, made from semiconductors on Earth, it's going to be a lot smaller using these semiconductors made in space. So you have lower power requirements, lower cooling requirements. And part of that linkage also in Wales is with the academic background. We have a very strong university capability. For example, Aberystwyth and Cardiff universities are involved in many of the space exploration missions that you see, very high profile in the press. The recent JUICE mission to Jupiter, for example, includes radiation shielding developed at Aberystwyth University. So we've got a lot of niche capability. Bangor University is developing nuclear propulsion for space with Rolls-Royce. So if you put all those together, we have a very capable jigsaw starting to meld together and merge to something which is much bigger.